Hello everyone, welcome. So, another video, another batch of things that I want to talk about. Today we're going to look at some enemies that I've introduced to the game now. We will talk about the combat. We'll also take a look at a new graphical settings menu. First let's start with the graphics. A lot of people on my Discord, they've kept asking and they've been a bit worried. They've been like, oh wow, will I be able to run this game on my low-end PC? I would really like to play this. So I was like, I got you bro, don't worry. What I've decided to do today is basically introduce like a graphical setting menu. So basically, as in any other game, what you have here, you got choice of different settings like low settings, medium settings, high settings, or epic settings, so you can customize the game to your needs. So let's say my PC is quite good, so I'm running the game on epic, for example, but normally on my main screen is 4K screen. When I'm on those settings and I'm on 4K resolution, it starts, even my PC can't really keep up. So normally I have to lower the settings a little bit for me to be able to test the game smoothly on 4K. But on my other screen, which is Full HD, I can run epic with no problems. But let's say my PC is quite old and I still want to be able to play the game quite smoothly. So what you can do, you can dynamically literally just mix the options together. You can pick whatever you like. And after you obviously made your choice, then you can just click apply and boom, there we go. So now you can see the game. It still looks okay. A lot of assets, they will have to be optimized. Some textures will have to be downgraded in order to reduce the impact on your rig. But basically this still helps a lot. And what I'm gonna do is I will keep going, so you can see this is still the lowest graphics setting, so it's not as bright. Post-processing is off, there's no shadows really. The textures on the dragon are still nice, and the grass is quite nice and stuff, but you can see that it's much more smooth now. So let's say, I don't know, I like this one, so let's do this. And now, once we go into the game, we could hear the zombie. But yeah, so you can see the game is quite. It looks different. Obviously, it doesn't look as good as it would on ultra settings, or like epic settings. But it's still nice and it's still playable, and that's what we kind of aiming for people who don't really have good PCs. But if you're one of the guys who have like a beast PC, then you can just go settings in your pause menu, and then you can just again adjust everything, turn it back to epic, for example, and there we go. All the shadows appear, all the juicy stuff like volumetric fogs and all the dynamic light, all the fancy stuff basically is turned on the epic settings. So yeah, that's about it. So as I said, you've got the options in your main menu. You also have some options in your pause menu. So if I pause again, everything stops. Then I can go settings, and obviously the background is not blurry anymore because I want you to be able to see what your settings are. And we've got a bug here, so don't worry about this. This shouldn't be here. But yeah, so if I wanted to go on low, this will play up on me now. It will be fixed. This one is the legit one now, it seems. But yeah, so this is the low settings, and still looks quite nice. But it will obviously be much more optimized, so it will run even better. And some stuff, even though we are on low settings, it's still quite high quality. So we'll see what we can do. I'll try to keep the game the best quality possible on all the settings, but obviously for the lowest settings we might have to sacrifice certain bits. Oh, we got even more. See, so for some reason it looks like it's duplicating the settings for some. This will be fixed, obviously. So I guess this one will be the actual one now. Cool. All right, that will be done. Noted. Cool. Okay. So next thing I wanted to show you is some combat. So I want the combat to be quite dynamic in this game. I want the combat to kind of matter a bit more as it did in Spyro, for example, because what you did in Spyro, you would just charge and you would smash like crates and some enemies, or you would just breathe fire on them and you would usually kill them in one shot anyway. What I'm planning on doing here is having like combo attacks, and so you can chain different attacks, and so at the moment we've just got a simple combination like this. So swipe, swipe, and then the tail swipe. But you know, you can see where I'm going with this. I want to have multiple different combinations that you can chain, and I also would like to have it so it changes depending on what element you have at the moment, because you'll be able to switch elements during the game, which you collect throughout the game. So you can like breathe lightning and stuff, but you know, that's quite. I don't want to spoil too much, but you know, depending on your element, you will also be able to unleash like big special attack after you feel like a power-up bar. So I still don't have the name for it, but you know, it is out there, this idea. So I kind of want to make it feel rewarding. So you won't just one-shot everything, but you also. I also don't want to make the combat too hard. I want the game to be accessible for everyone, for kids and for adults. So you know, I want it to be a bit challenging, but not too challenging as well. So a bit more challenging than Spyro. Oops, he's after me now. A bit more than Spyro, but not as hard as like Dark Souls, let's say. Yeah. So as you've seen here, we've also got enemies who when they see you, they start running towards you. They also start attacking me, and you can see I've got my sound effect from Spyro, which helps me detect the impact. Still, AI, you know, it's working. They see, they chase. They're quite nasty sometimes because you can't really get away from them unless you break the line of sight. So if I try to hide behind like a rock or something, Jesus, this one is after me. Then, okay, I'm out of here. If you hide behind a tree, you break the line of sight. See, now he stopped. So now he's looking for me basically, and he's back to his like patrolling. So we're going to have that kind of enemies, for example. So you know, there will be enemies who will be patrolling. There will be enemies who will be just guarding certain spots. There will be roaming enemies as well, and he's back on me again. So as you've seen, he dealt me 1 damage, and I got 3 health. So I don't want to get hit again. But I want to kill him. So yeah, there we go. They only have 2 HP at the moment. Just one thing to note, this is just the debug level, obviously, so all those spheres that you see here, these are indicating where Glyde attacks, like that is the attack's hitbox. So this helps me to see basically, you know, if I missed the enemy or if I hit the enemy. So this won't obviously be in the final game, but this helps me to just detect the hits. What else? We've got the particle effects, obviously, which you see now. I've messed up now because hang on, let me just quickly reset this so you can see a bit better. Because again, I still haven't fixed the bug where if you fly up and land really quick, then you might not land like straight on the ground. You are a bit angled. As you noticed, Glyde and the enemies, they've got particle effects now as well. So when you attack and chain those attacks, you'll leave those cool particles. So I quite like them. There will be different kinds of them. They will also be linked to the elements, so it will be quite cool. Again, aerial combat, it will look a bit different. I mean, you will be able to attack mid-air as well, but at the moment it's just this basically. You will also be able to move in different directions while moving. So at the moment, you kind of just stay pointed to where you were when you first attacked. This obviously will be fixed. It will be a bit more than that dynamic. But yeah, you know, I really like what I came up with. I really like this idea of a bit more dynamic combat in a game like this. It will make it quite interesting, in my opinion. Think of it as kind of like Devil May Cry and Spyro. So yeah, it will be interesting. So I've shown you the particles, I've shown you a bit of a combat. This is again just a bare bones, very early. There will be more. The last thing I think I have to show you is basically, again, the fact that enemies also deal damage, and I've got this little group here. And yeah, so we're basically just going to die now. So bye bye Glyde, you were a nice dragon. So we just take it like a champ, and we just walk in them and they'll wreck me. There we go, and we're dead. Death animation plays. It will be a bit longer. It will play like full death animation in the full game, but now it's just bringing us back to the main menu. So yeah, you know, I think that's everything. I tried to keep it a bit short. I probably talked a bit too long again, but I love to share this progress with you guys. And yeah, huge thank you for watching and for being with me and keeping me you know, updated with what you think as well, because this is what matters to me the most, the feedback from you, so I know what I should maybe add, what you didn't like, and that way I know I can make something that you all will be happy with, because it's something that you kind of wanted as well. So as I said, make sure to comment, make sure to join the Discord, it will be linked down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to be updated with everything. Thanks guys.